you're seeing this, you are meant to hear this message. Hi, I'm Corey. I'm the Healing Intuitive. If you'd like to learn more about myself and the services I offer, check out my website, retreatyourselfgoddess.com, for more. Let's get into today's reading. Whoops, past, present, future. We have some jumpers there. Let's see what Spirit wants us to know today. All right. Makes sense. Here we go. Bottom of the deck. I'll show you in 2 seconds. We have the Chariot, the number 7. It's been coming up a lot lately. So definitely some movement, being like heads in the clouds, right? Like dreamer energy, creating a new reality, being driven by our intuition, just sensing our way forward. But we're being protected in this whole pursuit of joy and what expands us and what keeps us interested, right? It's very victorious, but very much a solo. Anyways, let's get into it. Past position, we have the 5 of Wands. Lots of conflict in your situation. It could be internal conflict as well, but this is people just having opposing views, having too many opinions, not seeing eye to eye. This can be just people not meshing, right? And it creates this conflict, this heaviness, this dread of being around them, right? It's heavy. It's like, we just don't see eye to eye. Like, I believe something, they believe something. However the situation's going for you, there's conflict, even internal, where you're like, is this for me? What am I doing? Stop that chatter. So from a 5, it always leads to change. Now we're going to your current position, the 3 of Pentacles. We finally settled things down. We finally decided what is important. What are we working towards? What are we building upon? And you can see that this is a group effort. We are making things work together. So if this is a company you're working with, you're all seeing eye to eye. If this is a partnership that you've been kind of headbutting with, you finally come back together and go, okay, this is our union. This is what we want to grow together. You come together, right? If these are friends, all of a sudden you're back on the same page and you're going, okay, yes, this is who we are. This is who we've always been. We just went through a rough patch, right? That's done. Now we're expanding and settling down. This is such a grounded energy. Plus we just had that new moon in Taurus, very grounded. So we're building now. We're building that new vision. We're building that new manifestation. We're building this new strong stability, safety, security, this base level of like, this is how we can grow, right? So all of that conflict in the past, it's gone. You're focused on the now. You're focused on what you need and what you're building and who you're building it with. And it's very peaceful. It's cohesive. But in the future, there is a shift, because you can only go so far with this, right? But you see, everybody gets on the boat and all of this conflict in the past, you're finally leaving it behind and you're going to a peaceful new beginning. See how calm that water is? That is peace. That is tranquility. That is ease. And that is exactly what you're going to go towards. Now you have all your swords down, so there's no more battling it out. Everybody's on the same page. You're on the boat going forward. You're moving. There's movement. There's movement. So there's going to be this transitional period where you make your peace right now. You start building up again, but then you're like, okay, if we want to continue to grow, we can't go back. We need to build something stronger. We need to do something more peaceful, more aligned with us, right? So in any situation, with work, with partnership, with a creative project, with your family, with your coworkers, with that partner you've had for 30 years, right? You're finally deciding, if we want to grow, we need to grow to something more peaceful and calm. And what does that look like? Let's go on that journey. Let's go on that journey. So a 7 is a solo journey. You've done that. You've been doing it. You're figuring out what you need. But then we have a 6, which is heart chakra, heart led. So you're going to be in a space of inviting more in to go on this journey with you, but you need to go to a peaceful place. So right now, keep building, find out what was causing conflict in the past so you don't go back to it, and move on in the future to something more stable, secure, calm, and peaceful. Tranquility, right? All right, with that, I'm sending you so much love. Bye for now.